Well, hi, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me here in my shop with my two cats. This morning is May 18th. It's cold and gray, rainy outside. Very cold. It's cold in the house today. So, a couple things here before I get going on the big radio that's on my bench. One is the last radio I did, which was a nice wooden cabinet, shortwave, 3-band radio, I believe. It was 3 bands, maybe 4. And the end result was kind of poor when I did the final testing. I was rather disappointed with it. And I suspected maybe my antenna was not operating properly. And it turns out that's true. My main antenna, has probably been defective for a week or more. Well, I've been having trouble with other radios too, not receiving well. Yes, the conditions are bad. No, the antenna was bad. So that's good news, because that means that radio which didn't work well probably does work well. Okay, now let's get on to the radio I've got here. Thank you very much for sending me via email a link to a website where I found the proper manual for this version of the radio, and that's very helpful. This is the 770R Mark II. The Mark II difference is significant in the radio. One of the great things is I read through the manual quickly. I got to the part where it describes how to do the alignment stage I'm about to do. The manual I was using suggested I go stage by stage. You can see the signal injection here, and move the injection point one stage at a time and work my way all the way down to the start of the IF. Well, that might be good in a factory type alignment after the radio has been first built, when the alignment is way off. But the alignment here can't be way off. It's going to be close. So, and in fact, what I did on the last stage here kind of proved that it was close. What the new manual says is just feed the signal in at the start of the IF, feed it into the mixer tube, which may be an almost impossible challenge in itself, and then align all the stages with just the one single input, which is kind of how I would do a more regular radio too. Just feed it. Sometimes I just pump it right in through the antenna, and it can sneak past some of the filtering circuits at the front of the radio, and you can still get signals into the IF signals into a radio right from the antenna. So now what it said in the manual, I'm going to have to read it again. We're going to look at the manual in just a second. It said inject it into the grid of the mixer tube. Mixer tube in this radio is well, it's pulled out right now. I've got 2 tubes pulled out of here. One of them's a mixer tube. How can you get to the terminals? They're here. I mean, they're under this, buried under this. So I'm not sure what the trick is for doing this. I'm going to reread the manual. In fact, we're going to do that now, and look at how to do this. I mean, there's more than one way to skin a cat. They have to describe one way in the manual, so they describe what would be probably the preferred way of doing it. But there's other ways to do these things. Like, for instance, I mentioned just shove the signal in through the antenna, which I have no idea if that would work in this case, but it might get down to that. Okay, I think I'm going to stop for a bit, drink a little coffee, get everything warmed up, and then we're going to try to perform this alignment. What are you chewing? Hey, come on, these are screws. You didn't eat any of these, I hope. Screws for the cover of a small power supply that runs the power to my outdoor antenna, my mini whip antenna. No, this is not for you. I haven't put the cover back on it yet. Always really after those screws. Okay, off I go. So the instructions say connect the output lead from the signal generator to the grid of V2. V2 is this tube sunk down in here. How are you going to attach the lead from the signal generator here? Now usually you'd be clipping onto pins of the socket, but look, the socket is sockets out of reach. I only have two ideas here. One is to pull the tube out, wrap a wire around the appropriate grid pin, stick the tube back in. And then the wire will be coming up here, and that's where the connection would be made to the signal generator. The other way, just to fashion a coil, just the right size to slide over the tube, drop the coil over the tube, and hope the signal can be injected into the tube that way and carry on through the receiver. And I'm going to try that first because that's the easy way. We'll see. I'm trying to wind just a long clip lead around the mixer tube here. Goodness knows, I don't think this is going to work, but we'll give it a try. No, I'm not so sure I can even fit this in through the hole anymore. Oh yeah. This is a tough one too. There we are. Okay. Goodness knows if this will work. So all I got to do is just hook up my. I'll remove this. Put that in with pliers, didn't I? And where have my pliers gone? Okay, so the new plan, just simply have this connected like so. Okay, I'm not sure it's going to work. We'll find out. Okay, let me turn on some equipment here. We're going to give it some time to warm up. Plug the radio into a standard outlet rather than my stuff. The radio's on. Okay, we're just going to leave this for a bit. Time for a little coffee, and then we'll see what we get here. Okay, I think everything should be ready now. Let's think about this. So we should be seeing something on here if I turn the volume up, I suppose. I think I hear it. Well, I'm hearing something, but it's probably my imagination. We're not hearing anything out of the speaker at all. Now, they were suggesting switching the radio to CW, and that was to turn off the AVC. Okay, so there we are. The only time I've ever heard anything out of this radio would be during the alignment I did yesterday and switching it to FM. It produces a hiss. So it's not a lot. Oh, you know what? This is not modulated over here. Just a sec. I got things not set up properly here. Okay, now it's modulated. As our speaker. There's nothing on the meter at all. Well, I can jack the output up on my signal generator by a factor of 10, but that's all it's got then. Here we go. Oh, one luck would have it, the meters come up. I can hear it. Let's check the audio level here. Very good. Okay, we're in business. Now, so we're feeding now an IF signal through the entire IF, and we're getting this kind of result. So we would want to start on the last IF, which we did yesterday, and progress forward. But let's start with the same one I did yesterday, and just making sure everything's good here. So I can't be absolutely sure that the signal I'm feeding, that's showing up here, is going through the tube, energizing the tube somehow, and then carrying on through the radio in the normal way, which is what I'm hoping is happening. But that's a pretty strong signal I'm sending onto that little coil shoved into the front of the radio. The signal could be getting somewhere else and coming through and causing this. I really don't know how to know that. How do you know that? I don't. So let's carry on as if everything is working the way it would want it to work. Why don't you just come up here a little bit closer? Come a little closer. Put a little more light on the situation. Okay. Now, by my reckoning, I adjusted this yesterday. And sorry about my head there. Oh yeah, look at the meter. Good. All indications are that this is going to work. Okay, so we would go to the next transformer. That'd be this one here. And I'm not sure, primary, secondary, there's probably a better order to this. Oh, this one's easy to get at. Okay, it's right there. Oh, what are you doing there, meter? I'm not in the... It's going up. I'm not... How come you didn't go in there? You can practically see it go right in the slot. Oh, look at this. We're getting lots of juice now. So I'm going to reduce the signal generator a bit. Here come my assistants. Okay, now I should do the top of this one. Oh, it's so warm right in here. Just the tube sitting there. Just trying to feel the screwdriver set. No. Yep. Okay. Ooh, what's going on in the meter there? I looked over, it was right at the top. Not much of a change here. Seemed to be right on the money. No surprise in that. Next one over. Let's do the top. Should you do the secondary first or the primary? Didn't you do the primary first? What's going on down here? While we're working. There he goes. He's disappearing under my bench. Into one of their secret cat places. It's a little better. So I've done top and bottom. Let's start with the top of the next one. Okay, I'm in. No, it's right on the money, isn't it? You know, with a lot of radios, you can get a pretty good improvement from something like this, but not always. Wow, really not. That one jumped way up when I hit the. When I hit it. Got a little more to that. Next one. Not easy. Look at that. There, I got a good deal out of that. Okay, every little bit might help. They do they add? Yeah, the stage gain adds as you go along. It doesn't multiply, but there we are. I'm in now. Doesn't make much difference, does it? Okay, last one. Let's do the primary side first. Okay, I'm in. That was right on. Bottom. If I can even see it. Okay. We got a little bit there. So all in all, I think that added up to a fair bit. We would have to do now. So I think I'm done with this step. Go through it again. There's some reason to go through it again. You don't think so, but let's just pick one. But I don't think so. I can't see a thing. What are you chewing on down there? Okay, so I bumped it as soon as it went in, and I can't be sure. I don't think we're going to get much more of that. Anyway, I think we got what we're going to get. Okay, so I think what I want to do now is play the radio as it stands, feed in an AM, modulated AM signal with the signal generator. It's on the lower bands, and listen to FM on the higher band, and just see what it sounds like at this point. I can't imagine it sounds any different. And I've not picked up any signal other than FM signals. So, well, let's see. We will see. Okay, we're ready to actually test the radio now. What I've done is I've set it on band number 6. Band number 6 runs from 27 megahertz to 19. I've dialed it in at 20. I've got my signal generator set to 20. Got the output of the signal generator going straight into the antenna of the radio. I put the other two tubes back in. I left the coil still around the mixer tube. I did not put the shield on top. None of that should matter though, I think. I think we should be hearing something right now. Volume's full. Let me switch to FM, just see if we get a... Oh, I'm on CW. AM. No hiss. Something's not right. How about I turn it on, for crying out loud? Yes, those kinds of things matter. Okay. I thought I had it on here for the last 10 minutes. Apparently not. Okay, so now we're on FM. You can hear the FM hiss coming. So that reassures me that it's working. Not a lot of volume though. So we'll switch it to AM. The volume is full. The IF gain is full. Okay, we'll scan a bit with the signal generator. The signal generator output is a medium strength from a decent antenna. Would be similar to this. No way home. There was a high-pitched squeal coming out of the radio, but I don't know what that was. We're going to go up stronger here. Now we're talking about a really strong signal from an antenna. If a radio can't pick this up, it's a sad situation. It would be a sad situation. You must be able to hear that squeak too. Sounds like something getting ready to blow. Is it possible leaving the coil wrapped around the mixer tube has interfered with this? This is up a little bit. Now wait a minute, wait a second here. This is coming out. So there's a signal there. This meter, when it has no signal, it's just right down here. So there's something there. Let me tune this and see if it comes and goes. No, it's not coming and going. Oh. I think it's probably just the meter connection back here. Is acting up. So that's probably not connected. Ooh, that's not connected. So what was that? What's so wonky back here? We haven't heard anything come out of the speaker yet, except the hiss. Well, not a good sign. I got one more chunk to go on this. Okay, let's give it. Let's give it. Okay, so now let me check the calibration here too. Oh, calibration was way off. Way off. We were way down on that. Okay, there was a much lower signal than I thought coming over, so now I've got a stronger signal. We're tuned to 20. No. Nothing coming through. So let's go to CW. Should respond to the carrier alone. Just nothing. Okay, let's pound it. Okay, now I'm giving it a signal it would never ever get under normal circumstances. I'm really giving it to it. Not happy at all. Absolutely nothing coming out. A little surprised, to be honest with you. The antenna's definitely connected. I didn't make a mistake there. Well, unfortunately, this is the only. No, I can go up another band. In fact, my signal generator goes all the way up to 50 megacycles. Yeah, I can go up a couple bands here. So let's give up on this band. We'll go to the next one. So that would be band number 5. Okay, and right now we'll tune to 30. We'll take this up to 30. Did we get there? That's 30, goes right past. We're feeding a very strong signal. Let me check calibration again. Whoa, way high. So we are smashing this radio with a big signal. What could be wrong? CW, AM. It likes FM. Doesn't seem to like anything going on in AM at all. Is it worth going another band? I don't think this is a band issue. Something deeper in the radio. Let's put it on FM. We'll go up to the regular FM band and we'll try tuning in some FM radio, commercial radio stations. We'll switch antennas here to an actual FM antenna. Okay, it's an FM folded dipole antenna, home built, just up outside here. Okay, so volume down a bit, and we want to get on to band number 2, which is basically from 75 to 114. So it really encapsulates the to FM. Where's the FM sound we usually get? What happened there? You usually hear the FM. What you do, man? Band 2, and right around FM stations. And meters right down. What did you do here? The band switch not engaged properly? I definitely have it on FM. Oh, I hear it now. You know what? Dirty band switch. That could be a bigger problem than I realize. There's a long band switch in here. Okay, so it's making the FM sound now. Tuning nothing. We did better before. It'd be the coil I've wrapped around the mixer tube. Can't really see how that can be the case. What's happened? That's a good question. Okay, I have another alternative. I have an FM signal generator. You can just see a little bit of it right here. That'll put out a pretty strong FM signal at 100 megahertz, which is right in the middle here. Why don't we try that? Wait a minute. Wait. Just this is right. Yep. No, I have it definitely hooked up to the antenna. But nothing. What's going wrong here? Watch the band. Remember this strange arrangement they have with springs and stuff like that? Watch how fast this thing snaps as I rotate the knob. That's That's what they achieved. Yeah, you can still do it slowly, but okay, I'm going to do what I just said. I'm going to hook up the signal generator and we're going to give it a shot like that. We'll see how that works out. Okay, this isn't on yet. Let's tune this to 100. I have the output from the signal generator connected to the antenna terminals via this cable here. I have the other signal generator disconnected. Okay, we'll switch this guy on. It comes on around 100. Let's see what happens. 100 megacycles. It should be producing a 400 hertz, let's put it at 1000 hertz. Should produce a 1000 hertz tone with a little under 75k swing in the FM signal. The stereo pilot is off. Okay, well, we should hear this. Nothing at all. What happened? Oh, you know, this is the sad situation here. Don't bring this in, fiddle with it, and instead of it getting better, it's getting worse. What is going on here? We're on FM. We're definitely on band number 2. Did the tubes I put in, did I put them in all the way? Good question. Is one of these tubes not lit up? This one's lit. It's very hard putting those tubes in. These very, very awkward sockets here. Let's turn off all the lights. So this one's lit. I'm pointing at the first one. Obviously this one's lit. The one I have my coil wrapped around doesn't appear to be lit. Okay, maybe that's actually the problem. So what we're going to do is shut off the set here. Pull this tube out. I'll know right away if it was on because it'll be warm. Oh, look what I've done to it. I've bent the pins all over the place. Didn't I say something? It's very hard to put this in. There's this coil all around it. I have a pin straightener, but I think I have the skill. Oh boy. Well, I don't think I've ever done that before. Shoved the tube in and bent the pins all over the place. I gotta put a pin straightener on there. I gotta hunt it down. Okay, let's take a look here. I have 3 different pin straighteners. This is a 7-pin tube. That's a 7-pin straightener. It's called a Hytron miniature pin straightener. And this one's also a pin straightener. And it looks like every one of these is for a 7-pin tube. Let's use this one. Lovely. Right back to normal. Now, if I just put this in with a little bit of care this time, we'll be okay. This is actually very good news because that means very good chance, again, the radio's going to work. So we're going to repeat the tests I performed. Yeah, we got the FM thing set up now, so we might as well just skip to the FM side of things. We're all set up for that. Okay, so switch on the radio. All tubes in it this time. We're set to FM. Ooh, lots more volume. No surprise on that. Just swing over here and just keep an eye on the meter there too. Okay, so there's a powerful signal being sent at 100 megahertz. Is there? There she is. Looks like it's wiping it out. So we can have an IF gain. Oh, it's coming through loud and clear. Okay, let's stop that. Stop that. This will be very helpful during alignment time. But right now, let's put this antenna on. So I'm putting on a very typical antenna. Typical FM type antenna. Okay, it's on. And we're in band 2. We're on 100 megahertz. We're still picking it up with a signal generator. Well, we got lots more volume. It's still coming through in French, though. I thought this was made in England. Shouldn't it be English? Okay, listening carefully now to the distortion and stuff like that. So I'm hearing a couple things here. One is the actual sound. It sounds to me like it's being clipped, like the highs and lows are getting clipped in some way. Some clipping action is taking place somewhere. That suggests a number of different kinds of problems. But the other thing I'm hearing is it's not going totally quiet. Now, I don't know how they've done it, how this is set up, but in most FM receivers, the FM signal is sent through a limiter tube or limiter circuit, and it trims off the high and the low, and by doing that produces a very consistent, in terms of amplitude signal, absolutely smooth amplitude signal. So all the lightning crashes and stuff, when it goes through the limiter, they're just removed. And that's why FM is so impervious to the kinds of sounds you hear in an AM radio. But if the FM signal is not strong enough to reach the limits of the limiter, then it will pass through noise and all, and you'll hear all the noise. You'll hear lightning crashes, everything. Good FM receivers, it's pretty tricky to get that situation, because it doesn't take much of an FM signal to reach the limiter and quiet everything. This one doesn't quiet. It's not quiet. There's buzzing going on. Things I suspect are AM interferences. It's definitely an increase in volume, though. Okay, let's go to another station here. It's not doing a horrible job, except the sound quality. Here. There's a pretty strong station, but it never gets clear. Right. It's still not limited. for what that is. Okay, well, it's receiving. I think most of the problems with this FM sound will be cleaned up by doing the FM alignment process. It will clean all that stuff up. Output volume may be related to tired output tubes that I can't do anything about right now. Let's switch now back to trying AM. I'll go back to using the AM signal generator here, and we'll see what we get on the AM bands. I'm pretty hopeful here. Okay, let's try this. First of all, I got to remember to switch this to AM. Hello, cat. You're coming up, are you? Yeah. You wanted to see the excitement here. You heard I was doing an AM thing. You wanted to come for it, did you? Yep. Here, look into the camera. What? Okay, so my signal generator is running at 18 there. We'll put it up to 20. 20, it's got a moderate signal coming out, modulated. So we should hear 1,000 hertz tone. Where's your tail going? That's something that we don't have to worry about, us people. You can stick your tail in that radio. I'll hold it. I'll hold your tail while you're here. Okay. Do you like that tail holding thing? Not particularly. Not particularly. Okay, volume up. Switch to AM. Hoping for a signal. IF gain up. What's going on? You got tape on your foot. Oh yeah, you want to chase that tape? Okay, everybody clear the deck because he's going to make a run for it. Stand aside. Hey. There he goes. Balled up pieces of paper, cardboard boxes. Doesn't take much. Okay, concentrating now. We have a moderately strong signal coming to the radio. AF gain is turned up full. We're definitely on the AM setting. Oh, it's a trimmer. Nothing. Some of these can be very, very sharp. Nothing. How do I even know the speaker's producing any sound? I don't really know for sure. Okay, we're going to up the signal strength going in. 10 times the signal. Check the calibration, Jim. You didn't check the calibration on this. It's a little low. That's as high as I can get with my old signal generator. That's putting out roughly 1,000 times. It's about 1,000 microvolts, about a millivolt reaching the radio, which is a strong signal, I would think. We're not hearing a thing. Oh. Okay, let's tune the radio. There it is. There it is. Can you hear it? Do you believe me? Okay, well, I'm going to boost I'm going to turn this guy off before I forget. I'm going to boost this another 10. Hot diggity dog. So if you jam a whopper of a signal into the radio, it works. Okay, let's fool around here a little bit first. I'll turn the audio down. I'm looking for a source of distortion. A little hard to tell. Well, I better have that up full. Trimmer. Oh, that's a weird. Why would a trimmer make that little? So perhaps I'm changing the impedance of the radio as far as the signal generator is concerned, and so on the varying load is causing my signal generator to wander a bit. That's not normal for that generator. It's rock solid. So don't know. Well, maybe this is producing such a strong signal we're getting variations in distortion. there's usually, on these trimmers that rotate endlessly, there's usually 2 spots where they have a peak, and it's obvious what's going on when you do this. But I don't hear that. Let's turn down gains. I don't know what it means. Don't worry about it. I'm also driving, remember Jim, you're driving this radio with a ridiculously strong signal. Okay, let's turn everything back up. Full blast. Ain't no more. What did we switch to CW? That was narrow FM there. I think the band switch needs a good cleaning. I think that's what's next on the list. Band switch cleaning. Good. We're making a little bit of progress here. Just little bits at a time. Why just go ahead and do the cleaning right now? I was going to go have a coffee, but why bother? Okay, so I'm going to use the expensive stuff. It's called deoxit to give you the impression that it's somehow deoxidizing things, but I don't think that's really even possible. Not unless you're spraying in strong chemicals, alkalis or acids or something like that. And who wants to do that? So I really think this is nothing but some solvents. I want to make sure the spray back hits the lens of the camera. This is what I'm trying to set up here. This stuff also, when I go to spray it, you can never tell if it's really spraying out. Even more light. Okay, so these look just beautiful. They look beautifully clean. Well, I don't know about that. Let's give it a shot here. Every one of them. Lots of gas with not a lot of fluid. It's like the identical circuit over and over in here. Because we have the same tubes. Sprays everywhere. Same tubes all the way along. Okay, we want to do this. Sometimes you spray that kind of cleaner on, or a solvent-based cleaner, and as you work the switch it starts kind of grinding a bit because the surfaces have lost their oil. Good luck. Did that make a difference? I've had one experience in which a radio went from dead for no apparent reason to working fine by cleaning a switch like that. That was only once that ever happened. Okay, so we want to put the power back on. I don't know, it's something about Britain or England that when you switch is on, it's down. That just doesn't seem right to me. Here it comes. Here comes the cat, actually. Ooh. We got more out of it? Did we? I think we might have got more out of it. Let me turn, let's do this. We'll turn the signal generator down to a more normal range here. This would be a more normal range. Oh my gosh, listen. Can you hear the background hiss? We got something got to do in that switch. Where's that switch? Oh, I'm on FM. Duh. Okay, all the excitement's over. Back to AM. Yeah. Fooled by the fact I had it on the FM setting. For some reason it's more sensitive, and it's not supposed to be reacting to AM, but it is. Again, it's that limiter thing, but I don't really know how they've done it in this radio. cat, you're on my keyboard. Are we still recording? Hello? Yeah, I had the keyboard switch off. Beat the cat. Oh my gosh. Okay, what do we want to try now? We want to try volume up, gain up, signal normal. What do we hear? Oh, oh baby. Oh, that's a great improvement. What are you chewing here? They just love to chew these clips. Go on, chew away. So let's go down. Oh, it's still receiving it. Well, now we're in the range of ordinary, everyday radio signals. Well, not going to be much to hear up here unless the CB bands are going up at 27 megahertz. Whoops, I can make my camera refocus. Well, what can we try here? We got to pick something up. WWV at 20 megahertz. I don't know about that. Okay, let's switch to the outdoor antenna. Take this off. Can we still hear this? Oh my gosh, what are you doing there? Get stuck in your tooth? You're gonna throw that into some place and cause an explosion, cat. He's looking for trouble. He is looking for trouble. Okay, we're gonna shut this guy out. Get him out of the picture. I'm gonna turn this up. And we're going to want to connect, what did I do with it? This, which you are trying to chew, to our outdoor antenna here. Okay, volume's up, everything's up. Don't hear a thing. We're on band 6, band 6. Yeah, fat chance on hearing something. It's really not that, like, you know, what is there to hear? What we should hear is atmospheric noise. And we don't hear anything at all. There's really nowhere else I can, you know, expect to find a signal. Aircraft bands and stuff like that, but the radio's got to be working well for that to work. Well, Bert, what do you think? Think we've gone far enough for today? No answer comes the reply. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to stop at this point. I got somewhere today, a little bit further. We'll just carry on tomorrow. Maybe we'll look more at some more alignment issues. Both the AM and the FM appear to be weak. Maybe there's something in common that I can figure out. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll carry on tomorrow. Say goodbye, Bert. Bye.